Hi everyone, welcome back to GeeksforGeeks channel. I hope that all of you are doing really great. So in today's video, we are going to build a completely responsive high-level UI UX website using React.js. So I hope that you guys will be liking today's video, and don't forget to subscribe GeeksforGeeks channel and also hit the like button, and you can share this video with your friends, those who are learning React.js or MERN Stack. So I hope that you have been liking my contents in the GeeksforGeeks channel. So yeah, let's get started with today's video. So you will be getting to learn complete React.js components, you will be learning style components, and you will be making fully responsive website. And let's get started with the video. So as you can see that in this website we are having a dark theme and we are having lots of animations and the stuff. So this is basically a landing page, you can say, or a SaaS landing page that we are going to build today. So you can see that there are many details, there are features, then the reviews section where all the reviews are being displayed to the user. Then there is the pricing part where you can see the free plan and the $7 per month plan. So these are basically the cards that we are going to learn. And then there is a normal features like collaboration code and get started and watch it, and the last part is a footer. Now there will be a short trick at the end of the video, so don't miss that part. That will be in the footer part, right? And rest of the thing, I think that it is looking pretty much cool. The whole website, you can see that it is a fully landing page with all the animations and the stuff. So I hope you will be liking the video. And in the nav bar you can see that there are the navigation section also, like where you can navigate. First thing that we are going to use here is React Router DOM. So you can go, the React part, that is basically our framework or tech stack for this web application. So you can go into the React.js documentation, react.dev, and you can see their documentation, how to implement them. So this whole will be built in React.js, and this is also responsive. As I mentioned that we are going to build a fully responsive modern UI UX design and web page. So you can see that all the stuffs are working, like the nav bar and all the things. So this is fully responsive, and you will be also getting the Figma code. So basically you will be learning how to transfer a Figma design to your code, right? So I will be doing that thing, and we will be using style component for styling this whole thing. So yeah, so this is the Figma design. The link will be provided in the readme.txt file, which will be in the drive. Also you can get it in the description box and in the comment section. Let's get started with this one. So first thing that you are going to do here is open your terminal in VS Code or any of your code editor, and then go inside the directory where you want. So my one is fullstack/gfg. Then to create a React application, the first thing that you have to do is very basic simple thing, npx create react app, and then you have to give your application name. So here I will be giving my application name, say modern UI UX, and hit the enter button. So also you can use the white configuration, which is recently being used or more popular than this one. This create react app is being like older version, but you can also go for the white, also the same thing, only the port number where it runs is different. You can get that when you start with the white. So yeah, you can go through the white documentation also. You can use any of them that you want. The things are similar, right? You can use this one. You can go through this documentation where all the things are being given, right? After this one, the next thing, so let me show you that. Yeah, now this things I will be providing in the drive. So first you will be seeing utils, button, index.css, and readme.txt. These files will be provided in the drive link, and the link will be given in the description box, or if you haven't get that link, just comment down and I will be providing that link. Okay. And you can see if I open readme.txt, all the steps are written. The first thing is installing all the dependencies, like we will be using style components, MUI icons and all those stuff. So that dependencies need to be installed, right? So that dependencies are being mentioned there. So simply you have to copy that code and you have to implement that thing. So I will be showing you. First we have to create the React application, so it will take a little bit of time. Okay, so now you can see that our application has been completed. So it has created the basic starter application made by the React developers, the basic thing, right? So it will show you happy hacking, and then you can go inside the directory and you can install your dependencies and you can start building this application, right? The next thing that we are going to do here is I will paste this one that I have copied from the readme.txt, right? And after that, just you can see that you have to copy the utils folder So first thing, let us copy the utils folder. Okay, right, so I made a mistake. So do one thing, open your file manager and close the VS Code and open the modern uiux that you have created, the React application. Open that one in your VS Code. So it will come like this. Let me fix the screen, increase the font. Yeah, now it's perfect, right? Let me clear the things and let us do one thing. Let us open it and paste the utils first here. So inside the src folder, paste the utils folder that will be provided by me in the drive, and you have to copy the button. Before that, let us copy the contents of the index.js file, css file, sorry, and then open that in VS Code and just remove the things that are present and paste that one, because these are the basic fonts and the border size and the scroll bar and all those stuff, right? And then the last thing, that is our button. So just copy the button.jsx file, create a new folder called components inside your src, right? And then inside that, simply paste that one, the button.txt. This is a simple button which you can modify also. You can see and go through that. Basically it takes the props and create a button for you, right? Now let us clear the stuff that are not required. So app.css, app.test.js, logo.svg, and report web vitals and the test code are not written. I have removed that. Only app.js, index.css and index.js is required. Now in the index.js, remove the things like report web vitals. We are not using that one, so you can simply remove that one. And in index.css we have modified. Now coming back to the app.js, remove all the stuff that are not required. I will simply write a hi inside a simple div, and I will remove the import also that are not required. And after that, I will open my terminal to see that whether it's working or not, right? So I will simply write npm start. So this is basically our start command for our React application, right? So once you hit enter, it is showing me like my other application that is running. So for that reason, it is showing that using a different port. So simply you can hit enter or yes. Now it will open it in a new port, say 3001. Let us see. Okay, let us open that one, localhost 3001. Yeah, right, perfect, right? So you can see that hi is coming with a blank screen, right? So basic React application setup is done. We have cleared all our folder structure and maintained and copied all the utils and buttons that I have provided, right? So this is the basic step before starting. Now the next step is copying the command and pasting that, because we need the dependencies, right? So simply paste the command that is provided, and it contains like npm install style components, material UI, then material icons, emotion. Axios is not needed, but still I have given. Okay, no issues. Yeah, the rest of the things are done. Now coming back to, I will show you the what are the stuffs in the utils. So you can see data.js, right? So in data.js, as you can see that in the web application we have different products, or basically you can say features also. Then we have the reviews. All the data are stored here. Basically we will be mapping them so that you will be learning like how to map. Actually we can't hard code all the stuffs, right? So for that reason we will be showing you that how you will be mapping and all the stuff. And this is a very beginner friendly tutorial you are going to learn, and it can be also a starter application of your first React.js journey, right? Now then we have the theme, dark theme basically. So in this we have defined the colors that our web application have. I have taken that from our Figma. Then we have some images also, like the background image and then the SVG images of the client, logo and all those stuff. So I have taken all of them from the Figma. Now you can also go to the style component documentation. So style component helps us in many ways, like it reduces our code, like we don't have to create a CSS file separately. We can write the CSS code basically in our JavaScript file itself, right, by defining our custom components. Okay, so now if you can come in the Figma, that you can see that there are different sections, right? The header part, then the nav bar part, and all of them, right? So these are separate sections that we are going to build. So now first thing, using style component, we have to import our theme part. So I will simply write theme provider instead of div. Now theme provider is coming from style components, and now we have to pass a theme into this one. So I will write theme equals to dark theme. Now from where this dark theme will come, it will be coming from the utils, as I showed you, the theme that we have defined. So I will import dark theme from ./utils. I will go in the utils and then /theme, right? In the theme we have our dark theme. So from that we are importing this one, right? And we are passing that to the theme provider. Now all the themes that are present will be accessible in our style components basically. So the first thing that we are going to define here is a container. Now container is not defined. We will be defining our custom style component, that is a container. So you can write it like this. So const container equals to styled.div, right? and you can use this one. Let us change the let us first import the styled. So I will let import styled from style components, and now let us change the name also. So now you can see the errors are gone. Now you can use like this, right? So that is basically how we do our stuff in style component. And you can see I can give my CSS thing that are with 100% height 100 VH, display would be flex. Then let us give it a flex direction of column, and we will be giving it a background color, that is the dark theme color. So you can come back in the utils in the theme part, and you can see that we have a BG, that is our background, that I have imported from this one. So you can see in the right corner that the color is also there, right? The same color. So let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the same thing, right? So let us see. Now let us give the background color. Now how to give the user theme? So you have passing the theme in the theme provider, right? So you can use it any of the components now. So you will be giving a dollar, then inside that a bracket, and then the thing that I have written, like the same way arrow function using the props theme, you can give theme.bg, and that is how you can give your background color. And you can see that our background has changed now, right? From white to this color. Then you can give overflow x hidden and overflow y hidden and a transition, right? So that is basically our main container is now done. Let me open the bigger screen also, the same thing, right? Okay, so done. Now the next thing that we are coming here is first thing, that is our navigation bar that was present, right? So first thing is navigation bar. So open the navigation bar, and inside the components write navbar.jsx. So this is a new component, that is a navbar. So do the default arrow component of React, and I will import the navbar here in the app.jsx, and now you can see the navbar text is coming, right? So in both of them. So now coming back to the navbar, you can see that the first thing is it is having a full width, then there is a separate part that is the maximum width, and then inside that we are having two sections, right? In one we are having the logo, and in the rest we are having our navigation links and the button, right? So that is how in each or every time when you code, you have to break down the structure how it is present, and based on that you have to design that one and you have to code that one, right? So first thing, the basic thing, we will be importing the style components, and after that in the navigation we have a nav, and then we will be giving a nav container, which is the inner part, and after that we will be having our navigation logo, the first part, right? Now, and the next thing that we are going to have there is the navigation links. So I will write nav items, you can give nav items. So now our structure is ready, that we have seen the main, and then the shorter part, and then the logo and the rest, right? Now let us define the style component, so the error will be removed, right? So I will just copy paste the same, then let's change the name here, nav container, then we have the nav logo, then we have nav items. So now you can see the errors are gone. If you hit a refresh, you can see the error will be gone, but nothing will be displayed because we don't have any contents right now, right? So inside this nav logo, what we have, let us see. So we will be having the two things, that is a text, that is code AI, and we will be having a logo image, right? So I will write logo, and in source src I will pass the image which is present in our util/image. So I will import that one first, logo image, from utils/images/ the logo.png, right? So this is our logo, and then I will pass that one. So I will write src equals to logo image, right? So that is how you can use image. And now let us define the logo. So I will write const logo equals to style dot. So it will be style.image, not div, right? Let us change this one to nav container. Now you can see the logo is coming a little bit bigger, right? But okay, the stuffs are, we will be modifying the width and height, and the thing will be pretty much cool, right? So let us first do the nav part, the main container. So in the main container we will be having a background same as the background that we have, and then we will be having a fixed height of 80 pixel, then display would be flex. Flex means side by side, flex direction, column means in the vertical manner, right? Then aligning items will be center, that means all your align items will be center. Then justify content center means the whole thing will be coming at the center part. Then font size, position would be sticky, top and z index I have given, right? Because we want it at the top when we will be scrolling it. Then we have the nav container, its width will be 100%, but it will be having a maximum width of 1400 pixel as I told you, right? So yeah, and then we have a padding, then we have a display flex, the same thing, display flex, then a gap, aligning item center, justify content space between means both the stuff that we have, the logo and the stuff that will be separated the whole width, and the nav logo is present, so I will give it a width 100%, display flex, align item center, and finally in the logo we will be giving a height of 32 pixels. So in that case it will be coming in smaller, the image, and it is looking perfect, right, how we wanted that one. So it is coming absolutely fine. So max width is you can see that I told you that this max width is that one only, 1400 pixel. Then after that, let us see. Yeah, now the next things are the items that we have, the navigation links, right? So I will write nav link, and in nav link we have to pass that one like 2. So after that you can write about, and we have different sections. So now in the 2 section, give hashtag about, because these are sections in a single web page. So in that case you have to give like hash, or if you have another page then you give a slash, right? So that is how we work. Now let us define the nav items and the nav link. Now nav link would be a link basically of React router DOM. So you can see that the text are coming, but not in a formatted way, right? We will be doing that one. Now before that, the nav link is a styled link R, means basically link we will be changing the name as link R. So I will write import link as link R from React router DOM, right? And then it will be link R, and then the nav item should be a unordered list basically. Instead of div you can do that also, unordered list. And now there is an error basically. Okay, so now we are using React router DOM, right? Now before using React router DOM, in the main component you have to give a browser router. So inside the container I will give a browser router, which is also again from React router DOM itself, which you have to define. Now inside that I can use a nav bar now. And now you can see all the links are coming, but you can see that they are hyperlinks, like. So yeah, now let us style them. The first thing is nav items. So flex would be 1, width will be 100%, align items would be in the center, and the display flex and justify content center, justify content end, and gap, and all the stuffs are given. So you can see that easily, right? And list style would be none. And for smaller screen I don't want to show them, right? You can see that for smaller screen than 768 pixel I don't want to show them basically, so I have removed that one. Now for the nav links I will say display would be flex, align item center, and color I will be giving them, that is theme.text primary. Then font weight I have given 500, font size 16 pixel, cursor pointer and transition and text decoration would be none. So the blue colors will be removed, and you can see the things are coming perfect. Now it is like exactly the same that we wanted, right? The last thing, let us give it a hover effect, so that will be like color of primary color, right? That's done, right? So we have done with this one. Now we are left with the button, right? So let us do the button part. Now in this button we will be having a text of sign up. Now this button is that I have given you in the drive, so let us import that one. So I will write import button from ./button, and let us reload. Okay, so you can see that button is coming, right? So yeah, now the button is coming perfect, but let us do one thing, let us make it small. You can pass the prop small and it will be coming small, right? So yeah, now the thing is looking similar. Okay, now after this the next thing that we have is our mobile navigation, right? For smaller screen we have to make the mobile navigation. So for that, first we will be having a menu icon, right? So for that I will write mobile icon, and in that I will be having menu rounded. That menu rounded is basically imported as a icon from MUI icons. And after that let us define the mobile icon. For menu rounded, the color would be inherited basically from the mobile icon. So let us define that one. Const mobile icon equals to style.div, and in that we will be having, so color would be theme.text primary, then display would be none for bigger screen, but for smaller screen like for max with 768, display would be flex and align items would be center. Now if you reload, you can see the button is coming perfectly, right? For bigger screen it is not visible, but for smaller screen it is visible, right? So yeah, now our button is visible, but it is not functional yet, right? So let us make this one functional. So to do that one, let us do one thing. Yeah, so write const, first thing we have to use a use state basically, which is a React hook. So use state is used to modify a value particular, based on that your React components will be updated. So we will be defining that one, a variable also you can say. So const is open and then set is open equals to use state false. Now you can use this variable is open and you can modify that to false or true. So we will be, when we are clicking that one, basically that button, so on that we want our menu bar to be open and close, right? So for that we will be like setting an on click function, and where we will be calling the set is open, that is basically a function, and we will be making it false and true based on the current value of is open. So if it is false, then it will be true, and if it is true, it will be false. So that logic I have implemented. And now mobile icon, you can change it to icon button also. So now you can see if you reload on the click, that part is visible. Let us do one thing. Let us change the color here for the mobile icon. So I will give sx color equals to color colon theme.text primary. Let us define the theme. So I will write const theme equals to use theme. Perfect, right? So if you reload now, yeah, now you can see it is white color, right? And you can see the click function also working. But now we haven't defined our menu bar that is going to slide up and show up basically, right? So let us do that one. So we will do one thing. We will change the name to mobile menu by copying the same nav items. Then we will be doing that thing is we will be passing the is open as a props to this mobile menu part, right? And so let us define that one, that const mobile menu equals to style.div, and in that div we will be like checking if it is open. Then we will make some changes like that. It will be coming in a sliding manner. So first thing is define display flex direction will be column, because we want them in vertical manner, right, as I told you. After that, let us give the next thing, aligning item start. So it will be in the start, gap would be 16 pixel, right? And then list style would be none, and the last one, give the padding and the background color. And the final touch up position would be absolute and top 80, and give it a width of 100%, so it will take the full space. Let us give and see, and give it a transition, and even give it a border also, or a box shadow. Let us give it a border radius and give it a box shadow. Yeah, now you can see that it is pretty much visible, our menu bar, right? So width, give it a 95% width. Yeah, now it is more visible. So after this thing, the next thing that we are going to do here is we want to show animation, right? So for that, let us do a transform. Like when it is open, I will translate the y to 0, and I will, if it is not, then I will translate the y to 100%. So it will be displayed and not, like that transformation. And opacity, and now you can see it is functional, right? And z index. So all this three, using these three things, you can make it visual, like make it animated, and the menu bar is done, right? So we are done with our navigation bar, right? So now you can see it is looking pretty much similar, right? Okay, now the next thing that we are going to build here is our hero section, the next part, right, which is interesting. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you're liking the video. So now the next thing is hero section. We will be doing the same thing, like we will be breaking the whole structure that we have here. So you can see that there are three parts. First part is the big text that you can see, coding fascinates us and all those stuff. The next is a small descriptive text that is transform your code into that thing. And the last section is the buttons that get started and watch a demo. So this section is divided into three parts, and we have a background at the in the behind part, right? So yeah, so let's do that one. So first thing, let us do the same. We will be defining a container. Then inside that container, we will be having the image first of all, that will be in the background. Then we will be having, you can say, a content, that is basically our three main parts that I told you. So inside contents, we will be having our title, then we will be having our description, and then we will be having a button container, inside which there will be two buttons. So I will create a button container. Now let us do one thing. First, let us import the style components, and after that let us import the button that we will be using. Let us import the image. So I will write hero bg from dot slash util slash images slash, and it will be background.svg, and just pass that in the src, that is hero bg. Perfect. And the last thing, that is const container equals to, not the last, that is we are defining our container style components. So container, then image, and then content, then we have title, then we have our description, and the last thing that we have a button container, right? So button container. Okay, so we have defined all our stuff, right? So this is done. Now let us import the hero here also, so that we can see that one. So first, let us do one thing. We have to wrap this thing, because it is scrollable, as you can see, right, after the navigation bar. So we have to wrap that in a wrapper, and inside that we will be having our hero, right? So let us define the wrapper also now. So const wrapper equals to style.div flex would be 1, flex direction is column, padding would be 36 by 0 pixel, and display would be flex and gap would be 100 pixel, and align item center, overflow y scroll, overflow x would be hidden. Overflow y would be only scroll, right, not x. So if you reload, you can see, yeah, now the things are okay, but in hero section nothing is visible, right? So let us change that image. Now you can see that hero image is coming, right? That means that is linked properly and we have imported our hero section, right? So let us get started with all the things are done. So next we can get started with the styling purpose, or we can also do one thing. Let us first copy the text and use that so that it will be easy for us to do the style. I will copy this stuff, and in the button content we will be having two buttons. So first button will be having a text of get started, and the next button would be having the text of watch a demo. So I will write that watch a demo. Perfect, right? So yeah, now our containers and style components are being defined perfectly. If you reload, you can see that it is not coming in a style manner, right? So let us style that one. So first thing, that is container, let us give it a position relative. Flex would be 1, max would be 1200 pixel, display would be flex, margin top would be 30 pixel, padding would be 12 pixel, flex direction column, gap 22, align item center, justify content center, and next thing that you can give here is max width of 600 pixel and gap of 12 pixel, right? Then we will be having our image. So image will be absolute because we want that in behind, right? So for that, image will be absolute and the container would be relative, right? Then give it a max width of 700 or width of 700 pixel, and for smaller screen give it a width of 500 pixel. Now it is looking good, right? So after that you will be having content position relative, display flex, and then flex direction column, align item center, and the things are perfect now, right? So yeah, and after that we will be having our description. So before that, let us change the color of the title, so it will be text primary, and after that give it a line height and font size. Now the time for the description, give it a font size, max width, align item center, line height and a color, and for smaller screen just change that one, right? So it will be responsive too, right? So now we have done. So all this color you can see, like if you are using Figma, you can see them in that, or also you can use the developer mode which comes in premium team, and you can use that one and see the code also from there, right? And the last thing is button container. Let us define the button container. Display would be flex and give it a gap, so it will be like space. Now for watch a demo, it is outline, so I will simply pass the prop outline and it will be coming in outline manner, right? So yeah, that is done. So now you can see that our hero section is completed, right? So yeah, you have made two things, the navbar and hero section, but still now it is not animated, right? So let us make it animated. So we are using framer motion to make the UI animated for React. So I will be importing motion from framer motion, and here we have to pass that animation that we already have in our utils file, right? So that is motion.div. Inside that pass the hero content animation. So let us import that one first. So first import motion from framer motion, and then you have the import what was the name, sorry, head container motion, head content animation. Yeah, so this one from your utils. So /utils/ animation or motion, sorry. Yeah, so it is present there, all the motions are, and now if you reload, you can see that it is coming in an animated manner that we wanted, right? So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you are liking the video, right? Now our header section is completed, right? So now we are going to move into the next section, that is our client section basically. So client section is very similar. We have same and short also, you can say that we are having only two things, that is the text and the images, right? So the same thing, we will be creating a new file, clients.jsx file, then we will be importing that inside the wrapper, then write clients, and after that do the thing. So first the same thing, container, we always name the thing container, and inside that you will be having section title, and that is basically our client. The next thing that you will be having is image wrapper, that where all the companies or the client images will be coming. So let us import the style component. So I will import styled from style components, and then const container equals to style.div, and then let us define the containers and the section title and image wrapper. So now we have defined all the stuff, and now let us define image also, because we will be having the images, right? So after this, our clients, so let us paste it here. Now if you scroll down, you can see our client is coming, but not formatted way, right? So we have to give the style to that one, and we will be giving that one. So before that, okay, let's first do that one only. Flex 1, max width 1200, then display flex direction column, gap would be 32 pixel, align items would be center, justify content would be center, and for smaller screen give it a gap of 22, which is a little bit small, right? And rest is good to go. For section title, give it a font size, font weight, text align, and the color, so that it will be looking perfect. Next thing is image wrapper. So in image wrapper, we want them to be aligned in a flex manner, but we want to wrap them, like how much space it can fit, it will be fitting that one. Rest it will be taking to the next column. And in the image, he will be giving a height of 32, and for smaller screen give it a height of 20 pixel. Now let us import the logos, because the logos are the images, right? So for that, first of all, we will be importing the images. So first let us say import image 1 from util/images/company1 .svg. Like that we will be having 6 images. So like that we will be first importing that one. So let us do one. I will paste it that thing, and now all the 6 logos we have to put them in an array, so that we can simply map them down and we can use them. So I will be defining a const logo, that is an array of these images. So I have defined that one, and if you reload, you can see the error will be gone, and inside that I will map the logo. So I will write logos dot map, then inside that pass item, and then simply pass now we have to, in map we have to pass the image, that is basically an image that we have made a style component, and pass the src, that is the item itself, that is the image itself, the logo 1 2 3 4 5, like that, right? And now if we reload, you can see that thing is coming perfectly, right? Now our client section is also done. So that simple the thing was. Now you can see in bigger screen also it is looking perfect, right? Let us do the next thing, that is let us give it a motion also in this part. So simply let us do one thing. Inside this motion.div, I will paste that image wrapper. We want that only in motion, means animated, right? And then I will do header text animation. So I will write import motion header text animation from utils and /motion, and import motion from framer motion, right? So now let us change the name to framer motion. That was a mistake, so change it to motion, and also add one logo, it has got messed up. So logo 6, right? So yeah, so now if you reload, you can see all the 6 logos will be coming perfectly, and the animation is also perfect, right? So in the bigger screen, you can see the thing is looking absolutely fine. So that was our client section is also done. Yeah, now the next section that comes out here is features section. So let us create a new component, that is features.jsx file inside our components folder, and then the basic React import React arrow function, right? So now the things that we do the same thing. First we will be wrapping the whole in a container, so just do it container instead of div. So before that, let us do one thing. In the app.jsx, let us call that features, so that we can see that one, right? So first let us call features, and it will be imported. So now coming back to the features, so let's see. So yeah, now coming back to the features section, what we have here is, now you can see features is coming, right? So now let's get started. The first thing is wrapping the whole in a container. So then after that, we will be having our basically a title, section title. So the same thing that we did in clients, the section title, same thing, and we will be having a description. Before that, copy and paste that, and after that we will be having the section description. After the title, I will simply copy paste that one. You can copy that from Figma also, that the link I will provide. And after that, we will be having our wrapper part, right? So all the cards that you can see, that is wrapped basically. So a card wrapper is needed. So let us import a style component first. So I will write import styled from style components. So that is done. After that, thing that we have here is our section title is done. So let us copy and paste the container and section title from the client itself, because it is pretty much similar, but change the font size of the section title. It will be 34 pixel, and rest thing is same, but let us make it like responsive also. For smaller screen size, it will be having a font size of 26 pixel. Then we will be having a section description, which is a style div. Again the same thing, we will be having other things like card wrapper done. So yeah, if you reload, yeah, the things are pretty much perfect. So do one thing, section description, font size 16 pixel, text align would be center, color would be theme.text secondary, max with 700 pixel, and for a smaller screen make it responsive. For the section description also, font size 14 pixel and line height 20. Now it is looking pretty much good, I guess. So now moving to the next part, that is card wrapper. So it is a grid. Basically the display would be in grid format. So grid is basically basically what is a grid, right? So my grid template of columns would be auto, that means 2 section, and for smaller screen only a single thing. So for that, for smaller screen I have given the template of column as auto, that means a single column. So now the same thing we have to do, we have to map the cards basically. So for that we have product items that we will be importing from utils. So the same map function I have written, and let us test with, for of now, a items dot name. Let us see if name is present, and item would be inside the arrow function. So let us import the products basically. So it will be imported from features and data, basically from the utils data, right? So /utils, and then you will be having utils/data, that one, right? So that product items is coming from that. Let us reload and see. So there's some issues, I guess. Let us change this to title and see. Yeah, now you can see that it is coming, right? All the titles are coming. That was not name, it was title. So now it is working, but we have to make our cards, right? So for that, let us create a component that is features card, and we will pass the item as a prop to this features card, so that we can access the items, that all the title and image inside our component, that is feature card. That is how we pass our props. So we have created a new component, features card, and React is popular because of its components only. Component structure we can create and use them for that, right? So we have created a new card, and we can import that prop here as item inside our arrow function, right? And if you reload here, now you can see that in the card we have 3 things, that is a image, then a title, and then the description, right? So we have wrapped the whole in a card, then inside we will be having an image, then we will be having a div to separate that part basically, and then we will be having the title, and we will be having our description, right? So description DSC. Now let us define those style components first, so that we can start working with them. So I will write import style from style components, and the same thing that we are doing, the same thing we will do, that const style, not const style, it will be like const card equals to style.div. And let us copy and paste this one, and let us change the name. Then first would be image, then it would be title, and the last would be description. So yeah, that's all. So yeah, done, right? So image src equals to, so src would be coming from the item itself. We have a array in our data section where the image is there. So it will be src equals to item.image. Then we have our title, that is item.title would be item.title. And the last thing, we have our description, so that would be item.description. Perfect, right? And this is good to go, right? We have this thing only, and also in the div we have to make it styled, like we want that thing to be display flex and in column direction, and we want the gap to be little smaller. So I will give flex direction of column for the title and description, and let us give it a gap of say 8 pixel would look good, right? And you can see this in Figma also what it is present, and according to that you can do. So now you can see image is not coming because our image was div. So let us change it to image, and if you scroll down you can see very big images are coming, right? But let us style them and let us fix that. So in the card, our max card width would be 500 pixel, padding would be 40, border radius, then background, then border 1 pixel solid of theme.border, display, and flex direction. So I'm not explaining this stuff because once you code this thing you will be getting a clear understanding how the thing are looking, and according to that you have to understand, right? So we have given an image also with 100%. For title, give it a font size, color, and font width. That is good to go. And also in card wrapper, as I told you, let us change that one to 600 pixel, so that would look fine. Yeah, now it is looking fine. So because of in this screen size it should be only single card, right? Yeah, give it a padding also in this feature section, so that it will be padded from left and right and top to bottom, right? So yeah, that was padding stuff. Now our features section is also done. So if you have liked this one till now, give it a thumbs up, but we are left with one stuff, that is you can see that there is a background image in the features section, that is a flat image, right? So for that thing we have to make it. So first let us do the same thing. We will place the background image at the back, and this container at the top of that. So for that, let us wrap it with a wrapper, and then we will be having an image and the container. And now the same thing that we did in the hero section, the same thing, we will make the wrapper as position relative and the image as position absolute, and again the container position relative, right? So let us import the image first, flatbg from util/images/ it will be at the last flatbg.svg, right? Now let us pass that one, flatbg, and let us define the two things, the wrapper and the image. So let us define that one, wrapper style.div, and there is an image. So width would be 100% for this wrapper, and position relative, and display flex, justify content center, and for this image we will give it a width of 100%, so it will take the full width, and then position is absolute as I told you, and bottom 0, because I want that image to be at the bottom always of the whole container, means the wrapper basically. So now if you scroll down, you can see at the bottom the image should come. I guess it has came. Okay, it has not came, right? Let us see where the issue is. Okay, so images would be an image, not a div, sorry. Yeah, now if you refresh, you can see that it is coming, but it is overlapping, right? The image is coming at the front, so we can fix this using a z-index. Z-index is basically used to do that only, that what you want to bring forward and what you want to send to backward. So I have given a z-index to this container, so that because I want that in the front, and I have given 1 and it is coming in front, right? So that is how we do the styling stuff. Now our this section is completed. Coming back to the next section, that is the reviews section. This is also very much simple and as similar as the features section that we have done, right? So review section, create a new file, review.jsx, and the same basic import of the React arrow function, and after that we will be starting with the same thing, that is a container, and then inside that I will just simply do one thing, I will copy and paste it from here itself. So let us copy and paste it from here. Let us copy the styles also from this part, because it is almost similar that we have, right? Yeah, let us import the style component, import style from styled components, and first of all we will be having a shadow image instead of the flat bg. So I will write shadow bg, but we have to import that one also. So let us do one thing, let us import the shadow image. So I will write import shadow bg from our utils itself, /utils/ images / shadow.svg, right? svg, that one, right? We will be having that one, a slide shadow, and let us copy the title section, title and description. So I will copy and paste that one. We have commented the products items also, simply we will be pasting the title and description. And now we have to create the review cards basically, and rest is very simple because we already have our client's reviews in our data section. We have to map that thing, right? So coming back to app.js, first let us import the review and call that one. Coming to the bottom, you can see our title and description is coming, right? So let us uncomment this one and change this one to reviews basically, right? Review data. And let us create a new card, review card. Let us first create the new card from in components, create a review card.jsx file, and the basic React import, the same thing, export. After that, coming back to the reviews, just import that review card that we have created, and is good to go. Now let us define the review card. So first we will be having the same thing, a card as we had in the features card, a card component, and inside that we will be having only three things, the review and the author image and the author name, right? So we will be having inside a card a review. So in the review, let us take the props item, and then in the review I will write simply in curly braces, that is item dot review. Let us write item. So let us see once in the data what is there. So pricing, then we have the review. Yeah, review is only there, right? So it is perfect. Then after that we have a div basically, because we want our author and our author name to be side by side, so display would be flex in that case. So I have separated that with the div. So we will be having image, and in src I will pass item.image of the author, and there will be a name. Src won't be there. Import styled from style components, and then let us define the style components that are card, and we have a image, and we have a name, and we have a review. Yeah, now we have defined all the style components. Let us style them. If we reload, let us see what is coming, right? Okay, so it is taking a time, but we don't have any error in our code, I guess. Let us see till it reloads. Okay, so give it a max width of 500. Let us get started with the styling. It will reload in a few minutes. So max width 500, then padding, then border radius, then background color, then border and display flex, and all the stuff that we have same in the features card. We have the same thing. Now for the image, give it a width and height of 48 pixel, and the border radius of same, or you can give it half also, but we want in circular form, right? So yeah, for that thing. Then in the name, give it a font size, and in the review also give it a font size and text color. So basically the color, right? And yeah, rest of the things are same. So that is basically our card and image and name and that thing, review, right? So I think it should come. Let us see and reload that one. Let us rerun this one again, npm start, and let's see if it works now. So I will hit yes, and let's see. I guess it should work now. Okay, so in app.js the things are perfect. Review card should come now. Let us see. Yeah, now the review card is coming, right? So we are done with the review card also. Let us see in the big screen how it looks. So yeah, it is looking perfect, right? So let us see that. Let us do one thing. In coming back to review, let us change the grid column layout. We want 3 in grid column layout for larger. So I will just change the template column to auto 3 times. So we will be having 3 columns in bigger screen. Right now it is perfect, right? That we have in our design basically. So basically that is how we do. And also you can see a shadow right at the end. Right, so that is also coming perfectly. So but we have to do that one thing, give it a z index because we want that at the top. So give it a z index and remove the z index of the container. Now it is perfect, right? Yeah, now it is looking good. So that is done, and now our review section is also completed, almost completed. And now the next section that we are going to have here is our pricing section. This section is, I think, pretty much interesting for you guys, like how you add your pricing card. So simply create a pricing.jsx, the same thing, and then the same thing we will be copying that from the review itself, or you can do and copy paste from other components also, because we have the same thing, the wrapper and the container and all those stuff. Just change the pricing data that you are importing, and then we have the same thing, container. So we don't need to do that, any change to that, and we won't be needing any wrapper or image because we don't have any image in the background here. So just we will be having the container itself. So now you can see, just copy paste that section title that we have here and the description also. So simply copy and paste this stuff, and after that you have the pricing card, right? So we have to define this pricing card. Before that, pricing data, it will be pricing data. And yeah, now it is good to go. So create a new component, pricing card.jsx, that we have that simple import, react import, and after that let us import that in our pricing section also, so it will be visible, right? So it will be pricing card. After that, what we have here is, okay, so yeah, now coming back to the pricing card, first let us import the pricing section here in the app.js. So price, it should come pricing, yeah, component / pricing. So we have imported that one, right? Now you can see, I think the pricing should come. Yeah, now you can see the pricing title and description, but the card, you can see that it is mapped into 2, but the details are not coming, right? So that is how basically we have mapped 2 things basically previously also. So yeah, now the similar way we will be defining we will be creating our pricing card, right? So pricing card was the same thing. We will be having a container. So first thing, in the root we will be having a card component, then inside that, in pricing card, if you come back, you can see there are 3 sections. First is the top, where we have that playground, free plan, and best for student, and after that we have a divider basically, which will be from MUI divider. Then you will be having the next section, that at the middle part, that are basically the features I will be doing, and at the end we have a button, that is watch a demo or buy now, that one, right? So yeah, now let us import the style component, and let us import we are importing style components, import styled from style components, and we will be passing that const card equals to styled dot div. So in the top first, then divider we have to do that one, then middle, and the last we have the button will be coming from the component that we already have. So let us do that thing, that is import the button, import button from ./button, and divider is already coming, right? So yeah, that was the error basically. Yeah, now it is gone. So divider we have already coming from MUI basically. So now let us see. So you can see the 2 buttons are coming. So let us change the text here. So for the button, the text would be item.button text, That should come now. And let us pass the props small because we want that small. Let us see. Okay, the text are not coming. Let us see. The item is passed properly. Then we are having that one. Still it is not coming, right? Okay, the T would be capital in button text. Okay, that was a mistake. Now it should come. Yeah, now it is coming, right? Perfect. So now let's get started with the card. Basically, in the top section, coming back, we have the first one that would be the playground, that is item.plan, the plan name. Then we have the price, so that would be item.price. Then you will be having the item.description, a small description, right? So let us define the price also. So I will write const price equals to style.div, and then after that you will be having the middle part. In the middle you will be having the stuffs like, first one is feature chip, that is basically our component that where we have the blue ticks and the text. So done all round is an icon that is imported from AMUI, basically the blue ticks, right? Give it a font size and a color of theme.primary, so the blue color will come. And after that you will be having the text for that, right? Simply features, because we will be mapping that one, right? So let us import the theme first of all. So const theme equals to use theme, and let us map the features. So I will write items dot features dot map. Now why I am giving this question mark, that would be a doubt. Now question mark is basically all the time the data might not load, right? So for all the case item.feature might not be defined, it can become undefined, right? So in that case error would be popped up. So for that give it a question mark. So if it is not there present undefined, then it will be not showing any error and it is not visible. So for that, to handle the error, we do it like that, like a try catch basically, you can say. Not a try catch, but I am saying, like, giving an example. Okay, so now let's get started with the designing part. So in the card we have given the max with padding, border radius and all those stuff, the same thing that we have basically, right? But we are passing a props primary, you can see. And now if it is primary, then in that case we will be having our theme primary, and if not, then we will be having our card. Basically like one card, you can see that blue highlighted, right? For that reason. Then in the top section the thing is similar, we don't have any checks. And then we have display flex direction, justify content, text align and all those stuff, right? Then we have a middle section. The middle section is basically card wrapper. So display flex direction column we want 1 by 1, and gap I have given between each of the item. Then featured chips, so display would be flex side by side, so direction is row. Gap I have given 8 pixel, font size I have given 13 pixel of the text and the color of the text. Now for the price I have given a font size 32 pixel and that color, and yeah, good to go. And now we are left out with the divider. So in the divider we will be giving a color. So I will write color equals to theme.border color. You can pass border. Yeah, so if you now see, it is coming perfect, right? So now our pricing part is also done. If we are left out with anything, let us see that one. Let us remove these two things from the price section. Let us make it 2, and for smaller screen it would be 1. And yeah, now we have fixed the card wrapper also. Now you can see our pricing card is looking perfect, but not the blue color is coming, the primary one. So for that we have to pass the props in our card, that is primary equals to item dot outline. Now outline is present in the data that we are mapping, right? So that is present in there only. So the items that is not outlined, means highlighted, basically props true and false, that will be having that section. As I told you, if primary is true, then it will be having theme.price plus 20, and not like that. So if else condition check, and the color is being done like that. So you can do that also in our mapping. So I've learned a lot many concepts in the total video mapping, and then doing the if else condition theming part and all those stuff, right? You can convert it into light theme also. So give it a thumbs up if you are liking it. And now coming back to the next section that we have here is the last one, and not the least one. The last one is the features like collaboration code. Yeah, so in that we have, let us define the section as info. So I will let info.jsx. Then we have the same thing, basic in React, that one. And now in this section, if you can see that we will be having the same concept. The background image is there, and we have the rest of the text in a full manner, right? So yeah, so I think like you have got the concept how we are building that website, this website, or you can build any website like that, right? First divide that into, break down that whole design into multiple components and do that one. So first thing is wrapper. Inside that wrapper, so container, then we have the image, background image, then we have the wrapper where we have the title, description and the buttons, right? So in description you can paste the description, and at the last you have the 2 buttons, right? So yeah, that is basically how we style them. So give it a button container, and in this button container we will be having 2 things. The 2 buttons, I have simply pasted that from the same thing in the header also, well, the hero section also. Now let us define the theme. So cons theme equals to use theme. Perfect. Now the last thing, let us import the button, and now let us define the style components. So first I will write const container equals to style.div. Now I will just copy paste for all and just change the name. So first one would be image, next would be wrapper, then we have, so you can give it order wise, like change the names, and then we will start the styling part, right? And you can visualize that and you can see. Now a very good suggestion is you can pause and replay the video if you have any doubt in any of the section while building this application, right? And if you have any personal doubts, you can simply reach out to me also in my GitHub. My name is Rishabh Chanda, RISHAVCHANDA, and you can check out my profiles, Instagram profile, YouTube and all those stuff. You can get more videos and contents, and also you can reach out to me through my mail ID, right? So yeah, now coming back to the info, so let us import that one in the app.js. Now you can see the info section. If you reload the info section at the bottom, the title, yeah, the title button all are coming, right? Let's style this one. Okay, so display would be flex for container, flex direction column, gap I have provided, and rest of the stuff to make it responsive, right? Then we have the image, so it will be style.image, and let us import the image. So I will import that one, import bg image from utils/images/background.svg, the same one we have in our header, right? So after that, this one, what we will be having here is the bg image is done. So let us use that in our src. So in the image, pass src equals to bg image, right? So that we had. After that, let us get started with the styling of this one, because we are almost at the end of our video. So image would be having a position absolute, as I mentioned, it will be in the behind part. So yeah, then give it opacity. Then wrapper would be having flex direction, then with 100% and all those stuff. Section title is like giving a font size, font weight, color and max width, right? And then font size for smaller screen for making it responsive. So you can like pause this video and see the styles, right, what I have done. Then section description, and after that the last part, that is our button container. So in that button container, display flex and gap 22 side by side. Now you can see that it is looking exactly same that we had, right? That is how simply you can like create your designs and convert your Figma to code, right? So that is how we have been like at the end of the video. And we have a short trick, as I mentioned you in the starting, that is for the footer. A short trick, like basically like fooling your client, basically you can say. So that is for the footer part. So you can see that in my design I have this footer, right, in Figma. So and in the application that I already have, in that also you can see the footer, but you can see that when I minimize that one, it is becoming smaller, right? So for that, what you can see that this footer is basically an image, right? So that is a svg image. So yeah, that trick I will be showing you how to make your footer easily using this trick, but it is not preferable do the code because the links would be not clickable in the footer. So let us first create a footer component and let us use that one. So components that we have footer.jsx. So basic, the simply RIFCE. Then in this footer, coming back to the footer, we have imported, let us see. So in this footer we will be having our style components, again the same thing from style components, and then we will be having our image, that is basically the footer image. So I will import image from /utils. So utils/images/footer.svg. So this is our footer image that is basically exported from Figma. You can export that one. I will show you. Just let us build this one. So I have written a container footer image. So define that style component footer image, change the name. Yeah, that is a style.image, right? Now coming to the bottom, let us see. instead of footer image it will be image, so you can just give a closing tag directly and then pass the src, that is image that we have imported. So simply pass the image as src of this footer, right? And then let us see what it is coming, right? So you can see it is coming, but it is not responsive. So for that, give it a width of 100% simply. And now if you reload, or you can see that the footer is coming perfectly, right? And in bigger screen also, if you go and scroll at the bottom, it will be looking exactly pixel perfect. So that is how you can do a short trick, basically how you can fool your clients for some of the cases if it is urgency. And rest of the things are pretty similar, and the image is basically imported from the Figma file itself as a SVG. In the navigation bar, I have seen there is an error that the mobile icon is visible for bigger screen also. It shouldn't be visible. Let us see why the error is coming. Okay, so because of the icon button, I think the error is coming because display none is not working in case of icon button, because it is a style component. You have to pass that one. So for of now, let us do one thing. Let us change this icon button, or you can do display none here also if it works, but I don't guess it will work. Let us see. Yeah, it has worked. Display none is working perfect, right? But in that case, for smaller screen is also it is not visible. So but this to make it responsive, it is a little bit difficult in inline CSS. You can't do that also, but let us for of now just wrap up with this div instead of icon button. So I have written style.div. Rest all the stuff was same, right? So now you can see for smaller screen it is coming, and for bigger screen it is coming perfect, right? So yeah, now it is almost completed, and you can see that we have successfully built our whole application from Figma to code. I hope that you have liked today's video. You will be getting this template link in the description, so don't forget to hit the like button if you have watched till end. Subscribe the GeeksforGeeks channel. You can subscribe my channel also. You can follow me on my Insta and GitHub. So my name, as I already told you, Rishabh Chanda. I will be sharing this link in this readme.txt and also in the description box. So that's it for today's video, and I will meet you in my next video. So till then, bye bye, have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and share.